22nd May 2021. We shall start our session today. And today's topic is the operating principle on Mother Earth. So last year I received some message from Babaji. I just tentatively shared that there is some messages on the how we operate as a because our path is householder spirituality. So what will be the householder spirituality path post transition of the energy shift on Mother Earth? So that I already explained. I think last week also we touched upon that one. That the energy of the Earth has already changed from divine masculine, which was there for a few hundred years. Then it started shifting about late 90s or so. And the major shift happened on the December 2012, 21st December, the major shift happened. And from there, the energy, the vibration started increasing. So that was how now the transition is complete or almost complete. So now it will be the new energy is well settled, that divine feminine energy of the Mother Earth. It has already happened. Means it is not something we're trying to do. It is Mother Earth change her own vibration. So it happens maybe several thousands years or something. I have, I cannot give a figure, but you can see it is like a normal transition of anything. Like breathing, we inhale, we have to exhale also. So it is not something which is why it happened and it should not be happening. It is nothing like that. It is neither an accident nor a some kind of punishment given to the humanity or something like that. Even though there are lessons to be learned by the humanity, but it is not about that. It is about a natural progression. But what is being, swinging one way, it will swing another way also. So similar way. So divine masculine energy was ruling the planet Earth. So, and then it has been, there is a transition period I mentioned that from the, you can say the millennial time in this period was actually transition period. And pivoting point was that December 2012. And thereafter, we are undergoing the transition period, and it is now the transition is complete and we will be into the new era of the divine feminine energy. Now in this, during transition period, a lot of changes happened. And obviously there are so many things in the external world we are aware of, so I'm not repeating them. But internally also, our bodily, many things have changed. So that we are capable of holding this kind of energy. It is just readjusting, recalibrating our physical body. Physical body is just an instrument. So it needs to be recalibrated to fit for service of that kind of energy. So similar way, our body has undergone many changes, and the understanding, whatever I have received, that this kind of thing, lockdown and all, less movement, less travel, less physical activities were meant to have those things installed. If it is still we are running, think of our lifestyle maybe 5 years back, running around here and there and doing many things, busy, and nobody has time. This kind of lifestyle, high stress, high activity, high achievement, that horse race. whatever it is, I'm not criticizing. I'm saying that was the lifestyle for most of us. We don't have time. And now it is that the pattern has been broken, or we had to. Whoever was conscious, by their choice, they have selected that kind of lifestyle, which can withstand this kind of changes, and otherwise it is forced to change under the given circumstances. So any kind of changes, what happens, our mind, ego mind, process that a threat or challenge or something to be fear about. That's why whatever you are undergoing, even the death, whatever you see, listen to a lot of deaths, a lot of diseases, and a lot of things like that. Any kind of that, our mind process as a negative thing. It is a threat to our existence, or something like that. Survival instinct comes up, and all those kind of things. So this type of transition had to happen, because otherwise we'll not be fit for the next one. And as I explained the last week also, whoever is living the body now, they have chosen to, they have already seen the divine masculine energy era, transition era, and now they are living so that they can take birth with a new body, with a fully equipped body, so that need not to go to the transition what we are undergoing. You might have seen about last 1 year, many are facing, even though they're not doing any work, it's a lockdown, still facing tremendously tired, sleep pattern is changing, this food habit is changing and all. So these are the symptoms of your physical body is recalibrating. It is readjusting itself with the new energy. So I'm sure most of us has faced that, that physical exhaustion without any good reason. We have done nothing actually. In previous terminology, we took rested and tired, So those are happening for a reason. So these are the reasons for understanding purposes. And from the soul's journey point of view, that I shared, I think last week also, that because it's ultimately we are going to an era which will be governed by the spiritual principles. We call it golden era. You can give any name, it doesn't matter. It will be basically governed by the love and compassion that for the humanity, that will be the energy, and the religion will be humanity. Not this and that, and what are the traditional religion, we can say that everybody is human and operating principle is pure love, and that way we will feel that we are one. Vasundhaiva Kutumbakam. Okay, that is to be feel, not dialogue. Okay, that need to be our, when we act, say something, truly mean it. When we'll do that, that is the golden era. So now that that time, what I asked Babaji, that if we are going into that, if we are going into that golden era, why we don't see? Our traditional understanding is, if you have to go somewhere, we step by step reaching to that level. So it should be progress every day sort of thing, regular progress. Like yesterday, whatever the prosperity and thing like that, we have a better prosperity today. We have more peace of mind. We have more joy. We are more, relationship, family bonding. But I see it's going a little other way around. All the signals are showing that it is opposite. All bad news is all around. So then I'm talking about 2015. So I asked 2 questions, that why you have to see all these things. Because that time somewhere my mind was telling that if I have come to the spirituality, all problem is solved. Okay. So then all external problem is solved. So then, so naturally, many things happen in life we don't want still happens. So then Babaji, the two things is, first is two questions. Why, even after coming to spirituality, nothing means almost everything it is not in my favor. First question. And second question is, why we don't see progress step by step? In the planning, target achievement and all those kind of things, micro motion study and that kind of stuff was playing in the background from the previous experiences, running engineering projects and things like that. Anyway, so answer to that, what I received from Babaji was, first part was, you have only chosen in this lifetime to see all three phases, like previous one, divine masculine, transition, and divine feminine. There are, not many souls have chosen this part. Few wanted to undergo three: old lifestyle, transition, the chaos, and the settling to the new one in single lifetime. And some of them, they chosen to end of the masculine to leave the body. They came back as a millennial child or indigo children or that kind of thing, and they will be, ruling in future. And also now there's a end of the transition is over. Many people are living, many souls actually, they're discarding their body, coming back with a new body with a fully equipped. What we achieve meditation of, half an hour or 45 minutes, within 2 minutes, they will get there. That's it. But by default, they have that connection instrument, the body cell, what I'm talking, changing and tired and all those kind of things. It will not happen to them. They will come fully equipped, fully spiritually aware, body and mind. Okay. So that they have chosen. That's why en masse people are living in the body. Okay, externally we feel the grief and things like that, but just I'm telling you from the higher dimension, everybody is taken care of. Okay, everybody is taken care of, and they have been given that their choice. How they wanted to operate. They wanted to come back with the to enjoy it as a full thing. To enjoy the energy full. We are trying to catching up. But they will come back with a full liquid, they will enjoy. So that is their choice, soul's choice they have made. Okay, now about the second question was, why the progress is not happening day by day. Means basically I'm asking, if this month I am earning this much amount of money, in the next month it will be 5% more, and then next month will be a 2% more, and things will progress. So Babaji understood what I meant. So then he said, forget about your three-dimensional idea of progress and prosperity. Okay, drop that. The thing what is happening to the humanity is undergoing labor pain to deliver the golden era. So naturally, humanity, the time will be relatively decade or few years widespread. So he said, what you are seeing now, that is the labor pain the mother is undergoing to deliver that golden era. This is not a disease. Neither it can be done shortcut. Like some mother is conceived, so it will take its own time to develop that baby and then deliver. And so you have to withstand that. There is no other way. You cannot stop this by painkillers and things like injections and things like that. You have to bear that till that whatever golden era that will be delivered, and all the pain, whatever suffering, everything will be rewarded. Like it will be worth. He said in a moment that all those things will be, any idea of suffering will go away. So that is the message I got. Now, from our side, the question is how we can make ourselves ready for that era. Because most of the things now we are facing is we could not fully shed out the previous, hangover of the old lifestyle and old way of doing things, old way of thinking, old strategies. Just, I'm sharing my understanding. Those will never come back. Okay. Just forget about that. Okay, when it will come back, we'll go back to that normal, and then that was not going to come. Something new will come back. Maybe it is for better. Okay. So now we have to use our creative ability to match with what is the need of the day. So that we have to be ready for that. And today I will just discuss about that, how to go there, what practical strategy we can take now ourselves to be ready for that. And then operating principle, what I put the slides, that will be our We Are One group, all that spiritually aware or enlightened consciousness wise living a life, how it is looked like. The masters are already living that life. That is called fifth dimensional living. So what is that? It is a simple thing. That's what I put it into the slide. It came to me last year from Babaji, similar time, I think, I think April, May or sometime, but I hold it till I got a proper time. Now I feel it is a proper time when the transition and that chaos is over. Now it will going towards the better energetically and all those things, but we have to make it. Nobody will come and put a silver spoon on our mouth. It will not happen. We have to do it ourselves, but only thing is all kinds of support, all kind of guidance will be given, will be made available to us. Only you have to say yes. If we keep rejecting, then we'll go downward spiral. So we have to choose to move that path forward. So that is the third part, what I will explain of those points. What does that really mean? It's a simple thing, So that is the structure. So first, let me start with that. What are the spiritual tools you need to use now so that you can match up with that? Most of us, we have already changed our body cellular patterns and things like that. What need to be done hardware. We need not to understand too many things. Just, it has already done, whether you know it or don't know it, accept it or don't accept it, doesn't matter. What do you believe and I don't believe, and how can my body change? It doesn't matter. Okay, it is changing. Anyway, in either way, by medically it is proven that within 7 years of time, all our body cells getting changed, replaced by a new one. I think within 2 years maximum, and rest some bone and things like that, that takes a little longer time, but 7 years medically, scientifically, all cells are changed. So change is normal. So in that sense, this body which was having, 2 years before is not the same body. 7 years here, completely different body. Only this time is the transition is happening much deeper in the cellular level. So the basic fundamental structure has been changed, automatically. They replace, slowly over the period of time. So we are now ready to face that. Why we needed that? Because we need to hold more light, more energy into our body. External energy has already gone up. So we need to have that kind of, we have to, our body should be capable enough to dealing with that kind of energy. Okay, so this is the thing. So now this is the understanding part of it. The overall what is happening. Okay, so we are just in the transition. So, and because the end, what is going to happen is not clear. It is unknown. So how come it will be known? Because it's a new thing. But the masters can see what is coming. When it is difficult to tell, because in higher dimension, there is no time. Okay, so that's why it is when we say some kind of year or time frame, that is our idea or assessment. That doesn't come from the, to make it very clear. But it is coming for sure. So what we need to do this year, 2021, I have already given the New Year message. First 2 months was very chaotic, January, February. Almost middle of this, it is going towards, it started opening up. Many of us, they have having a something like a new thing has come to their lives, or new job, changing home, or started a new type of profession, or many things. Many things was not happening earlier, now happening. Anything was stuck. So many things will happen, and it will happen all future also. Okay. But the reverse is not true. If you feel that, nothing good has happened to me, I'm getting punished, it is not that. It will only wait for the divine time, it will happen. Okay. So don't try to put your mind and the negative gear, back gear. Okay, there's no need. I will explain what is the things, because that is one of the reason our progress is not coming faster, because of our own this back gear business. Okay, I will explain one by one what you mean by that. So with that context, now I'm giving you some kind of practical, I'm sharing some practical things what I have also used, and you can also use that to go through with this energetically, not physically. I'm not talking about the external world is going to change tomorrow, something will come, some spaceship will come and they will, drop wealth from the sky. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we need to be energetically matched, and we have, so that we can operate on the higher level. What ultimately is going to happen for everybody. So that we will be ready to match that. So what are those things right now we have to do? So maybe now and for next few months to match with that. Okay, first thing is that you need to hold your own future vision, not backward vision. Don't hold a vision that you are going back to that life. Oh my goodness, what was the life? We used to go to 5-star hotel and buffet was so good. Don't go to that. That is not going to come. Okay. You have to have your own vision of where you want it to be and give energy to that. And what are the criteria of those vision will be? It must be expansive. Like it should be feeding of expansion. Not कि वो जो भी मिलता है मुझे give it to me. Hoarding is not the right way forward. I'll be in the flow. I will get more, give more, and I will expand. Let everybody flourish and flourish, expansion. This kind of picture you have to keep it in your mind as your goal, individual goals. This should be, those things will have the love, what you love to do. That will be the major element of the future visions, what you're going to have. Not you have to do. Oh, this is my duty and I have to. Forget about it. What you love to do. If you love to sing a song, that's fine. Put that into a vision. I'll be singing and it'll be music. Or if you like to write poetry, be it so. If you like to go to, in the natural places, mountains and sea, forest, even to travel, just be that. What you love to do. What brings love, which can express yourself lovingly. Choose those things into your vision. Don't think, oh, if I write poetry, who will feed me, who will pay my bills? Don't go into that. Okay, that will be taken care of. Okay, but what you love to do, put your vision. If you follow your passion, the wealth will follow that. Okay. That's why, so you have to first do it, do it such a way that it will ultimately follow. So don't worry about that. But it is important. What you love to do, you follow, because you have come with your soul's plan and there is a life mission. Okay, if you don't touch upon that, if you keep doing all those things, one point of time your life will be over and that particular faculty will never be opened. That potential, without opening, it has to go. So that is the second element. And next element will be joy. What brings you joy? There is a difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness can be imposed or, disposed. It can be taken away from you because it is an external dependent. Joy is coming from within. Okay, and for to get that, no need to be the extraordinary things. So yesterday I was, just going through some YouTube, some songs and all. So one young girl singing a very old song, I think, so song is, I think Lata Mangeshkar sang once, Vaishnava Janatu. That was the song. Such a melodious voice that girl has. Okay. So that brings a joy. I'm not here to, who is that girl? She stood, first in the, what is called Saregama, doesn't matter. Okay. You enjoy the essence, without going into the detail and the tag and the glamour and all this kind of stuff, Tune, I have heard many times, but that particular tune, that time, I clicked and it started. I'm saying this is the simple way of joy. In your life, you have to find and enjoy. And most of the things which brings true joy is, it doesn't cost you. It is the illusion of searching for joy that will cost you. Okay, if I go and sit in the some so-and-so opera and, Beethoven and this, that, and then I will be, full of joy and a height of the music. 99% of those things will not understand. Forget about joy. So anyway, and the last one is a peace. Whichever will give you the peace, and to be specific, peace of mind. Okay. Again and again, I'm guiding many that you have to choose your peace of mind as a priority. Anything you choose which doesn't, you have to compromise your peace of mind. It is not worth pursuing that. It is more precious. If you lose your peace of mind in persuasion of something, it doesn't worth it. And peace of mind, the period where you maintain your peace of mind, that life is worth living. That is of a great value. In fact, invaluable. So just every opportunity, when you are in the witness mode, you can see, if I do this or say this, it will disturb my peace of mind. And even though it is not, my duty, right thing to do and all, another side is your peace of mind. Always you choose peace of mind. And many, let's say, no, how can I keep myself quiet? I can see a lot of injustices happening, a lot of child dying and a lot of people, and, the corrupt people are, black marketing the oxygen cylinder. See, you need to, that is the second point I'm coming, that you are not responsible for everything. Okay, understand that. Okay, you can pray so that whatever is the right thing for the humanity, let it come. But it is not your responsibility to burst your brain in each and every issue on the earth. Those are happening for a reason. Particularly those are coming in the forefront so that it will go from the system, which is not working. It will go. And old pattern, whoever is holding, they're getting, they are creating the chaos. So it is like a mad horse running. So don't go in front of it and try to stop it and say, okay, calm down. You will get kicked, heavily. Let it pass. It's okay. You are not responsible for that. So if you get kicked, then your peace of mind will be disturbed. No? So rather than a solution, you will be the part of the problem, because somebody has to take care of you also that time. So don't, indulge into something which will disturb your peace of mind. Okay. And many people, they tell me, how come you talk like that? You are a spiritual, you should tell that what is morally correct, you should do it. Right thing to do. Pran jaye, vachan na jaye. It's okay. I said, I'm looking into spiritual point of view. That's why I'm telling, don't go into that. Because whatever you are seeing, that injustice, whatever you're seeing the wrong, whatever you're seeing as your duty, you have to take some action. All are drama. All are Maya. At one level. Don't indulge into another Maya and spend rest of your life stuck into that. Declutch yourself, no matter what is happening around the world. It is not you who is responsible. So don't get dragged into this unnecessarily. Okay, if something having close to you, do what is possible. No need to be ideal and best and all, even within your own environment, your family and things like that. You take whatever action possible and leave it there. Acceptance is the key, whatever. Okay, we should be truthful. I can do only this much and rest will leave it. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that you have to have your own vision of golden era. That is your personal. Okay, so what are the 4 things it will have? Qualities, it will be expansive. It will have a love, what you love to do, that must be there. It should be joyful experience and peaceful. So these qualities will have that your vision for the future. More energy you give that, faster it will manifest. Manifestation is proportional to your PVF. Means higher the PVF, faster the manifestation. So in parallel, go with your spiritual practices, keep your energy high, keep your vibration high, it will manifest faster. And also it will help you to detach from all these kind of emotional things which will pulling you different things. Okay, I'm not saying that you should not have any concern. You should have some concern, but don't drag yourself into it. Okay, so you need to, this is the experience we have chosen. Just take it as an experience way, not in the victim way. All right, so now that once you disconnect from this kind of external things, so what you do not allow any external. Now I'm talking about the next point. Next point is what? It is self-generate and maintain your internal state. Through spiritual practice or something, you have gone to a higher energy level, higher vibration. Do not allow any external event to change that, to alter that, to reduce that. Okay, so maintain that boundary so that you don't leakage or losing this energy that you achieved. Otherwise, it will be like tank. In the school days, we used to have a mathematics, the tank falling water and there is a leak, how much time. So don't allow the leak to happen. In the spiritual practices, you're topping up that. Whatever you need, you use that. But do not allow any leakage of this energy. And those leakages are very tempting external things, what I already mentioned. Okay, so many things happening, corruption is happening, those people are doing that way, they will always do that way. Okay, it is you who need to learn the lesson, not them. Theoretically speaking, even if you've taken whatever action you wanted to take, say it will take you to settle that 20 years, do you think after that everything will be over? No. Somebody else will come. Okay, maybe you have done mass movement and one dictator has been gone. Another dictator will come. Okay, so there is never ending story. So history tells us that. Yeah. So there was a quotation somebody has given that. So only thing we learn from the history is we never learn from the history. Okay, I repeat. I learned from the history that we never learn from the history. So historically, whatever the humanities, and they are going the same circle. Okay. So now it is a time to take the exit route. Let people go into the circles, no issues. Okay. Say, carry on, good. But you have to take the exit because of your own reasons. You know, come out of this drama. Hold the energy, what you have. And don't allow any leakage, emotionally, mentally. Something happened, your energy started leaking. Because something happened, maybe anything new happening, as I mentioned earlier, our mind takes it as a threat. It's a negative thing, it's a fear thing. The moment you go into the fear, your energy will come down. Your fear is just opposite of love, pure love. That means your loving state is come down because of the fear. Fear of unknown. Okay. So you have to maintain that. You have to maintain that. First, you have to generate from within. From where it will come from your soul consciousness. It is always at that higher vibration and Sachidananda state. Yeah, that love will come from there. Remember, we are all Prema Sarupa. We are made out of love. Only thing, we need not to go anywhere to get it and buy it. Only have to connect internally. Fill our reservoir and be there. Maintaining is also important. Otherwise, any Tom, Dick and Harry will come and they will disturb with our energy state. That you need to maintain. Like every country protect their boundary, the defense. So you have to have your energy defense. So that external thing doesn't come and take away, from whatever the energy and start leaking here and there. Okay. Third part is about time to time, you have to clean your yard. Means if you, if you don't take care of your garden, some, what is called wig or some small trees which you don't want. So it's called, in Bengal it's called agacha. And so
weeds,
something.
sir, weeds.
Yeah, weed.
Weeds.
So you need to maintain that. Otherwise, maybe you have developed a garden, but you don't take care of it, maintain it, then some weed will come here and there. And if you, overlook for a certain period, few months, it will be a jungle. Garden will no longer be there. So you need some kind of energy cleansing of yourself time to time. So that wherever, maybe some negativity generated somewhere and this and that, it doesn't come. Doesn't become a block, even your garden become a jungle with no time. So what we are talking about, this progress and all, will not happen, simply. Those kind of things, we have already given you a tool to do different ways to do that. If you regularly practice the Kriya and meditation, negativity will not be able to sustain in your system. Also, you can use other tools like we have invoke that, pray to Saint Germain and invoke the violet flame cleansing, our environment, ourselves. Okay. So transmute that negative energy to do into that. If you, that is another way. I have given many sessions, I've given different technique, how to, get the negativity away from your energy system. Another way is be in the Vairav Mudra. Vairav Mudra is a breath awareness. If you be in the breath awareness all the time, no negativity from outside can touch you. So you can maintain your independence from that external thing energetically. Okay, you don't unnecessarily get drained into all these kind of things. Next point, what you need to do is, as it is related to the Mother Earth, you need to have a grounding energy. Now, that's why many a time, grounding energy doesn't mean losing energy. Okay, what I am saying is you have to go with that reference. More you close to the Mother Earth, better chance of you retaining your energy. It is not about losing your energy. It is not about, if my energy is high and if I, go to the Mother Earth energy, my energy will go down. It's not like that. You have to align your energy with Mother Earth energy. We are still, as a humanity, with the child in the womb of a Mother Earth. So we need to match that energy with the Mother. So that is what it's all about. It is, you have to, whatever disturbance happening because of the external factors, if we come close to the earth, close to the Mother Earth, and get induced with that energy, then that is a success formula of retaining our own energy. And that will be in harmony with Mother Earth. Okay. Many a time you have seen that somebody has suggested, I'm feeling a little bit, what is called anxiety and things like that. I told that, okay, do one thing, you walk in the nature. If you you can walk in the forest, or you walk barefoot on a sea beach. If you don't have anything, at least in the evening or sometime when people are not seeing, just remove your shoes and walk barefoot on the lawn, what you have in front of your house or wherever. It should be contacting the ground, earth, soil. Okay. Why? Because that will give you the chance to synchronize with the Mother Earth. So that you don't feel that, you are groundless. See, this kind of thing happens when we see there is no support. Somebody has taken platform below my feet. That kind of thing creates that tension and anxiety. Simply by doing that you find your own method. Okay. There are many people, they go camping in the forest, and what they do, they hug a tree, big tree, and hug the tree. That is also a good way. The tree is they're already connected with Mother Earth. They're having their own natural vibration. So, but in the cities and all that, the energies are tampered with. If you go into little remote or some village, maybe there it's a pure energy of the trees. Okay, so you can do that. You find your own way to how you connect. Swim in some water body. It will also, another whole body is under water and it is a natural. So those things are there. You find out what works best for you to connect with Mother Earth. Okay, because this will give you the calmness you need to move forward. External, because the change is happening in the energy, so there is certain element of pulsation involved. So time to time you need little bit of grounding. It is a contradictory energetically. But what you need to avoid is, don't put yourself armor around it. Don't shield yourself. Try to get connected to the earth and get that vibe from the earth. It will heal you. Whatever the disturbances, it will go on its own. Okay? All right. And the last point is about the creativity and the flexibility. Okay, as I already mentioned, that you need to find your own way, to creative way, so that you don't face with a stumbling block. There is no challenge to overcome. You have to simply move ahead. So flexibility, if something comes up, just bypass that and move forward. As long as you're moving forward, everything is fine. You need not to win each and every challenges. Not reacting to something also another way of letting it go and you move forward. Like a river, when it comes from the mountain, it finds its own way. No? It doesn't wait till it's big, rock in front of it to overcome. No need. You just bypass it. Find its own way. Ultimately, it reaches to its destination. So you need to be flexible. And if you ask me what is the mool mantra of that, the mantra is go with the flow. Okay, you will be moving much, much faster. And if you struggle with the flow, it's like a swimming in the opposite direction of the river flow, you'll be wasting a lot of energy and your progress will be very little. You'll be frustrated and tired. So just choose that to go with the flow. So, and how you can go with the flow? Because how do you know it is taking you the right direction? That part, you have to trust your soul consciousness, which is connected to the universal consciousness, divine. Your soul exactly knows what is best for you and where you need to be. So don't restrict that thinking, oh, I never done that before. But that will open up your future path. So don't block it. If you feel like something urge is coming, follow that inner call, follow that intuitive feelings. Whatever your success of the next day will come through that channel. If you say, no, I have never done before, it will be backward looking. As I said, drop that backward business. So go with that flow and have a trust on the divine. Rest, you leave it to the God or leave it to the divine. If you don't trust that, your own journey will be suffering. Nothing more than that. So that flexibility and things is needed so that anything happens, we are ready for it. So what happens is this attitude, you can say, given comparison, like, I think now in Bengal, I think within 2-3 days, some storm will be coming, cyclone Yash will be coming. So all Calcutta people, be careful. In this, in this storm, I'm talking about the trees. Which trees will survive? Most of the big trees, the stubborn one, will get uprooted. Even the small grasses will survive because they are flexible. They didn't have too much of height and they're flexible. Nothing will happen to those grasses. Which will fall? The big trees. Okay, grass, maybe you're thinking, oh, what is a okay, take a bamboo. Okay, bamboo tree. They're flexible. Bamboo tree will not be uprooted. You see, when the storm is over, only the big trees will be uprooted and fallen. But the bamboos, no. bamboo, sugar cane, and this kind of the plants will not, it will be there because they can bend, they are flexible. And they will survive no matter the storm is. So if you take that approach, because those are unknown, you don't know how many speed, which direction wind is coming and blah, blah. You cannot control that factor, which is coming, but you can control yourself. Don't be a stubborn, big, egoistic tree. Okay. Try to be small, like a grass. Or if it hurts your ego, be a bamboo. Okay. Be a bamboo tree. Be flexible. Okay. No matter what comes, ultimately it will one time it will go and you are fine. So that is the approach of. So in this case, my advice will be trust your own higher self. Trust the universal consciousness. They know exactly what is best for you and it will be given to you. Only thing, you should be flexible enough, acceptable with your acceptance. You should be gratefully accept that. And then only that will give you the key for the further. So that completes the second part. So third part about the operating principles has come. If you have any questions so far, you can unmute and ask me.
Yes, I want to ask one question.
Yes, Nirupam.
Actually, this golden era, I am going with the what I know.
Oh yes.
Kali Yug, Dwapar Yug, Satya Yug, Treta Yug. Treta Yug, Satya Yug. So it has any connection to this?
Okay. No backward looking, what you read before. Something new will come. But anyway, I think that you remind me. Once you put it some message that whether golden era for everybody or thing, and I saw some message between you, Gaurav. I told that I will explain during that. I forgot. Good that reminds me now. You see, this kind of the energetic change is happening on Mother Earth. It is for everybody, but how much people will get benefit of it, it will depend on individual vibration level. This all what I said, okay, so it is available, but you need to have that capacity to receive it. Then only it will be the reality. Otherwise, it will not be the reality. But it is happening globally, no doubt about it. The energy shift is global. But the second part is you have to absorb the energy and go with that flow. If you don't allow that flow to happen through you, then you will miss the boat. Okay, so this is how it will play out. And in fact, there are the many who are already in the progress spiritually, they are enjoying. They're enjoying the energy. Nothing can touch them. So why they are enjoying? Because this higher, vibration is also lighter. Okay, more you go down, it's a gross. If you lift yourself up, you know, when the long distance flight goes, it goes into the higher altitude so that the air resistance and these things and blah, blah, it gets reduced. You need less fuel to pass through a long distance. Same here. So if we are still stuck into the lower thing, then a lot of turbulence and things will happen. But only thing is, more higher we go, that will be depending upon our individual capacity or awareness or our own energy management system. It is available for everyone. But how much we can absorb, difference will be made based on that. Okay, so that is the understanding of that one. It is not that from the source it will come different. No, source is same for everyone. Like, as I said, say it is the river. The 5 people, they jumped into it, they wanted to go somewhere by swimming. So those who are, going towards the same direction of the flow, they need to just float and they will take you away. Some people may struggle in the same flow. They wanted to go to somewhere else. So they will struggle. Somebody wants to go opposite. They may not move at all. Flow is same. But how you independently you decide, choices you make, because everybody has a free will. So based on that, your experience will be different. Okay, now your part is that whether the golden era is Satya Yuga.
Yeah.
What was?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Okay, no, it is not. It is not a Satya Yuga. As I said, that its operating principle will be this: that humanity, the religion will be humanity. Operating principle of pure. There will be no crime and nothing. People will operate that. So whoever is not matching that, they will be irrelevant. They will not be governing the world. More and more those attributes will be rewarded. People are just coming forward with that. So currently I'm also working on some kind of new venture. It will be the first one. We will discuss it later date. It is still at the concept stage. That mission of that first word Babaji is giving, Jan Kalyan, for the service to the humanity will be the first. Anything started with serving the humanity with pure love will succeed. Last year also this message came and I put it in a Facebook also. Anything lovingly done will succeed because that will match with current energy. Now it is already established. So that is the reason. All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think Sharmishta wanted to ask something.
Yes. So you said the souls who are living now, then they will take birth when? Because I had an understanding the souls cannot hover around like for a very long time. They have to enter a body immediately, right? So, but you are saying they are leaving the body now to enter, so that they can enter a body in the golden era. That's what is meant.
Sharmishta, that is not the right understanding. The soul leaves the body and you have to enter another body immediately. Okay, that's not the right understanding. It can be immediate, it can be several days, several weeks, several years, even hundreds of years. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is not that. And there are many other issues also. Even sometimes soul can split, have two different experience in two different dimensions. So those are a little complicated aspects. But the thing is, that is not necessary. They have to take immediate birth. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the requirement for the soul. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, any other question? Yes, Sonali?
No, you just said that souls can split. What do you mean by that?
Means, how do I say? Okay, let me share my own soul's journey. One point of time, because my soul had decided, then you will get your answer. Because I cannot talk for the other souls and their decisions and like that. In my soul's journey, we have chosen the births which is matching with a certain master, living master. Okay, that is my soul's plan or desire to be with a certain masters on planet Earth. One point of time, there are two masters. I took birth simultaneously to different places. Okay, same soul, but two different body. It's possible. Because you know the calendar wise, it has to be same. Otherwise, miss one master on another. Who are those masters? One is Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev, another was Shirdi Sai Baba. Okay, because they took birth in the similar time, or there was some common. So I need to have experience with both. Okay, so this again unified. It's a choice. In the soul level, you have a lot of choices. Okay. So this is the type of thing. So you can have a different type of experience here, different type of experience there. You can also have some experience in another dimension also. That is all possibility. But normally you have to come back to the earth plane as long as you have a karma. Karmic thing is there, you have to come back. Okay, so no other way. You cannot have, take loan here and repay to Mars or Jupiter. It's not possible. Okay, so that is the thing. So this choice is available for all the souls. They can split between two parts, have two different experiences simultaneously in the earth plane. It's possible. Just I leave it there.
Thank you.
All right.
Guruji, I have a question.
Yes, Rashmi.
Guruji, I always wanted to ask your experience during Shirdi Sai Baba's time. If it's shareable, can you please share it?
Okay, I'll share it some other time, not today. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. And by the way, Narvekar, are you there? Narvekar?
Yes, I'm there.
Where is Narvekar? Yeah. Can you see Narvekar there, everybody? Yeah? Okay.
Anji, sir.
Yeah. Narvekar was my brother in that life. Huh? just one point. I show it to you. In Shirdi Sai Baba's time. Yeah. But all the stories I'll tell later. We found whoever father also in this life. So there is a story we'll find out. We'll tell you later. Interestingly. All right. Any other question?
Guruji, now we are in third dimension and we are moving to fifth. Now, what is the fourth dimension? I had asked earlier also, but not very clear about it.
Okay. See, of course, you cannot have third and fifth without fourth. That is obvious. Okay. But let me explain it this way. Suppose you are, I'm traveling from Dubai to Paris. Okay. So suppose I got a new job and new life in Paris. So I wanted to resettle there in Paris. I'm living so far in Dubai. I wanted to go there. So then I have to buy a flight ticket, no? To, whatever. I put myself into the flight and go to the Paris and then settle there. So in this analogy, if Dubai is the third dimension, the flight is fourth. Okay. And then fifth is Paris, where I am going to settle.
The transition stage we can say is the fourth.
Yeah, you cannot stay there. That's why you don't focus on that.
Okay.
Either you have to come back to Dubai or reach Paris. You cannot stay fourth for long.
Okay. Understood.
That's why we don't give much importance to the fourth. Because it's just a traveling.
Next question is, Guruji, about pyramids. Like you had done meditation in pyramids. Does it really help?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. This is the energy center. Yeah.
Okay.
Particularly in the center line, no? Pyramid, Patriji's pyramid and all, there are many pyramids he has built here in India also. I mean, there. That is a 1/3 of the center line, 1/3 from the bottom. That length, that is an energy spot. If you meditate, you have a maximum, energy. You can absorb. You can feel that. That is the energy spot. But anywhere within the pyramid, if you meditate, you will get that higher vibration, and you can very fast. You can go there.
So these small pyramid caps which are available, sir, they are effective.
Okay, some people they do that. Small pyramids. No, yeah. Answer is yes. But how much effective, I am not sure. But yeah, it will be good to have that kind of thing. I also had one of that kind of cap. But what my advice, my experience will be, try to reduce dependency from external gadgets. Okay, there are a lot of things available, like this kind of caps, hats, some oils, and some fragrances and some meditation music. Nothing wrong in just having some experience, but don't get dependent on them.
Okay, Guruji.
We have internal, you have everything.
Okay.
What we need for going higher on the spiritual job. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. God bless you. Okay. So, all right. Now let me come to the third part. Based on whatever we have discussed, so now for our householder spirituality and that Mother Earth, in tune with the Mother Earth, what will be the operating principle for us who are walking householder spirituality? The path. We are one group, so I prepared that slide. I will just present that slide now. Can you see the slide? And
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
all right, okay. So here it is, first is we are one, that is our group. So it is saying that operating principles on Mother Earth are under divine feminine energy. I have already explained that enough, in the first, 2 segments. Now I am giving what are the pointers, what will be their principles. So I have identified 4 main principles to operate into that era, or when you are going to match with our lifestyle into that. So these are some simple principles. If you follow, then we will be in tune with that current energy level on Mother Earth. First is the protect physically, means whatever you have in the physical dimensions that you need to protect. Even your physical body, you need to protect, because physical harm cannot be solved spiritually. Everybody means external world, maybe some diseases will happen, somebody can throw stone at you because of their free will, and many things can happen. You have to protect physically. Or you may have some kind of physical assets, so you have to keep them under lock and key. It is not that spirituality will take care of those. If it is a physical, whether it is physical body, physical asset, or physical means, they need to be protected physically. So you need to, whatever you have in the physical dimension, that you need to protect. So the strategy will be to protect them. The next point is earn enjoyingly. It is, earlier the enjoyment part was not predominating. Like somehow we have to earn whatever we get. People used to do what you do, which kind of job you wanted to do. They said, whatever job I get. Basically, I don't have a choice. And there was the story of Sunil Gavaskar could have been in a Dhobi Ghat or something, washing clothes and something in the childhood. It may change, they interchange the babies and things like that happen. But anyway, what I'm saying is that you have to choose whatever your earning method for that, what you enjoy. If you are not passionate about that, that will not give you that return. Or in other words, whatever you enjoyingly do, whatever comes from that earning, you should be better off in doing that. There is unnecessarily no need to increase your stress, your tension, and your competition, or whatever it is, to earn more and more and more and hoarding. Okay. So this phase is coming where we have to enjoy, and at the parallel, whatever you enjoy doing, earning will come from that. So you follow your passion, and that ultimately it lead up to that earning. Whatever it may sound very, foolish from the perspective of whatever the things we had in the last masculine energy period. So it sounds like little bit of, how it is possible, but things will change, and you will realize that this is the part which will be coming predominating. So those will be the areas of your earning, what you enjoy doing, not you have to do, or you don't have much interest, or what still you have to do. So those things will be over. Next is live lovingly. So this is about the relationship issues and the pure love. If you operate from pure love, if you have the self-love, automatically your living will be the loving experience. And as I mentioned earlier, that our religion will be humanity, and our operating, the energy will be the pure love. So you connect to this pure love through this love, because we are all love incarnates, Prem Sarupa. So if we go to our original energy, what we are created of, and live with that energy, that will be the, what you can say, that the master stroke of living a life. And when we operate from that kind of love, and it will touch everybody around us, and ultimately it will lead us to our own liberation. So our experience will be all loving experience. And then the fourth and last point, spread spiritually. Where the area where you actually expand is in the spiritual domain. People tried that with the physical domain, and at a certain stage they get failed or didn't achieve that, because it is not possible to achieve everything. You can have some, a small car to medium car, then bigger car, then costly car, race car and all. There is a limit. After that you cannot go. So as the house. Small apartment, the bigger apartment, and then, penthouse, and then this, then big villa, and then multi-storied villa, and then palace. And after that, there is nothing else to go. There will be always a limitation in the physical dimension, but there is no such thing. There's an infinite possibility. So all your growth, but from where this urge is coming, I need to bigger and larger and all those things, we misunderstood that to be in the physical reality, because we don't have any other dimension to look into. So we thought this is what our playing field is. But in this era, in the next era, we will not get priority into expanding physically. It will be the spread, or whatever our inner urge is, it will be reflected spiritually. Infinite space is available for everybody. So there is no competition. There is no, distribution, rationing and all. So because those kind of rationing and distribution is root cause of all this politics and corruption and things like that. So those are the characteristic of masculine energy. But this spiritual area, we can reach our pinnacle. We can expand infinitely. And those inner urges, which is coming from that, will get satisfied there. So if we just simply, this 4 point, if we follow, pointers, we follow in our life, we protect physically, earn enjoyingly, live lovingly, and spread spiritually. That will take care of all aspects of our life, and then we'll be completely in tune with the divine feminine energy and rest of our lives on the Mother Earth. I'll stop the presentation here. So can you see me back again on the screen? Just a thumbs up. Okay, all right, good. So that completes that learning session. I've already posted the slide. So Gaurav, are you there? Gaurav, is it possible that this slide we can put it as a, there is a picture, no? We are one group, that top. Yeah. There is some kind of painting sort of thing. Can you replace that with this one?
Yes, I can. I think I can. Actually,
okay, just try that and let me know if you need any help, or maybe to resize or make it longer, etc. So we'll do that. So we'll keep it as our operating principle of We Are One group in that Facebook group, and then so this is the 4 very simple principles. So just go through it, contemplate on it, and then we will further discuss in future for sure on these things. So that's all for today's learning session. So if you have any further quick question, you can ask now. Then we'll go into our Kriya and meditation.
So Rajdeep,
Yes, Nemo?
so this transition into the feminine energy and living on these principles, is it one-time thing or things can go back to masculine again at some point of time?
Good question. It will never go back to the masculine. Okay. Means swing has returned. You know, the swing, it's a masculine, that the time, that energy, that era is over. Okay. So now it is the reverse thing has been started. So it will not go back to the masculine again. Energetically. Okay.
But what does it
But
mean?
physically will not change. Means same building, same road, same thing will be there, but the energy which it will operating will be completely different. Yes, go ahead.
But the humanity always evolves, right? It becomes static that way. If
No.
you,
No, even humanity is evolving. Humanity is evolving, and that is what that they will be in tune with this new energy, that feminine energy. So faster it is, we tune into that, the faster will get manifested, that era.
okay.
Okay, so this is what Nirupam's question was, whether it is for everybody or not. It is available for everybody, but everyone has their free will and choice to accept it or not to accept it. Okay.
Okay.
But thing is, if it is not accepted, naturally it is like going against the flow. So that will be the struggling experience rather than the comfortable experience. You go with the flow, like flow to your body, and the flow itself will take you there. Yeah. Okay, so here my advice was trust that it is ultimately taking you for a much, much better, place. So if we can surrender, it will take us wherever it needs to be.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Rajdeep.
Okay. Thank you.
Guruji, two small things.
Yeah.
Like we have chosen to be part of this transition phase.
Yeah.
Now, there was some talk somewhere which is discussing that it is the mature souls which decide to undergo meditation or something. Or is there any difference between the souls which have left and the souls which are undergoing all three phases? Mature souls means that people, the souls which have decided to go for mukti or finalization or liberation.
Yeah. No, there is, see, at soul level, all are equally powerful. Okay. It is the soul's choice, whatever you need to experience. But there is also another factor called soul's age.
Okay.
How many times you took but before, how many experience, direct experience you already have.
Okay.
Okay. So those who have taken very, very, several hundred births and all those things. So, so those are, old souls and wise souls, and that's what they call it. Okay. But there is no hard and fast rule.
Okay.
There are also cases that some soul has taken many, many births, but they repeated the same experience what they had in the first life. Okay. They gone into the circles. So that's a growth didn't happen. So it is not that kind of straightforward, but at the soul level, we have a choice. We can make the choice that, what are the type of thing we experience. So mostly the souls with a, greater number of lives on planet Earth having a better experiences, and there are wise choices they make for the further incarnation or going towards the liberation.
Now, one more question with this change in transition now. The traditional Kriya Yoga, what we, Larry Baba used to teach, and now Guruji Prem Nirmal has taught. Now, after this transition, the Kriya Yoga will also go under a change because the earth frequency is already changing?
Yes, that will also change. But whether you need it or not, that is a different issue.
Okay.
See, based on our own awareness,
हाँ जी,
things has come to us.
हाँ जी.
Okay. Who did it, how it came, doesn't matter. Everything, all Kriya came from Babaji. Okay.
Correct.
It will come to you when you are ready for it.
हाँ जी.
Okay. Means it is not that there is, if I tell there are 5 types of Kriya which is higher than that, you said, why I do waste time in 4? I will do the last one. It is like class 6 student is asking why I should go to under all this, the secondary, higher secondary and college degree. I will go directly and do PhD. Okay. So you cannot do that. You have to go step by step. So as and when you are ready, the right kind of teacher will appear and they will take you further. And that is the way forward.
Okay.
Not the best Kriya will give you best result.
Okay.
It will be suicidal if you try to get that.
It depends on our condition.
Yeah. So trust that process. Babaji knows what you need at that moment. It will be given to you. No matter which way it comes, it's okay. So whether question is whether there are different kriyas or not, of course, yes. Hundreds of different types of kriya are there. Okay. We are following one because we need to take one to go to the next higher level.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay.